Well, I guess I'd like to just start off by saying, like, for us, Kroger's a pretty big company. We're in quite a few states, all over the country. So we have more people shopping in our stores every week than the U.S. Census gets when they actually go through that cycle. And we have this data that allows us to see what's going on with the customer. And what we're seeing is we're really in the midst of a cultural shift. We are at the tipping point in so many categories of changing what the message is, what the customer wants. They're telling us that they want more and more of this. And when it comes to plant-based foods, as a movement, it is probably one of the top 2 or 3 largest movements that's indirectly and directly related to health and well-being. And as we move forward, we see this only growing. So when we're talking about 36% of consumers that prefer plant-based milk over regular milk, we're at the tip of some of these other categories when it comes to plant-based alternatives. So I hear these guys saying 1 to 2 meals a week switching out. Our data is saying that it can go much further pretty quickly. And yeah, I mean, I could see this, and this is my interpretation of all the data and the inertia that I see in the industry and all the different sources. So it's not really based in one piece of data, but I mean, I would imagine that our dedicated customers are 4 to 5 times a week, and they eat meat or fish, some of these other proteins. But people are actively looking for these things to take animal fats out of their diet, and also to explore other types of fats, other types of sources of protein, one by one. So for us, and with that many households, that big of a consumer base, it's absolutely important for our company. It's one of the base things that we have to go after for the future as this plant-based foods industry, because it's important to the health of our customer, it's important to the health of our company, and we don't see them as being different from each other. They both align. And so for us, we're really excited by that. When we get to the product placement question, I mean, the number one answer is to just get it in the store. Like, that's the start of everything. But if you're talking about where products are placed, plant-based versus animal-based products, do you place them next to each other or in the same section? Things typically sell where the customer has that substitute available, and we understand that, but there's also some rules, and depending upon the type of product, that you need to closely follow, just to kind of give respect to some of the reasons that people don't eat meat or animal proteins with regards to just the treatment of animals and some of the more humane related issues. So for us, like, it's a little bit of a test and learn scenario, and we let the customer tell us where it sells best, and we've got a pretty good grapple, say, on like cheese now. I think we kind of understand where that really needs to go and really is going to sell best. But for us, we're in the midst of the cultural change right now, and I think everyone in this room and the organization association here should be really happy to get this and help keeping this groundswell going, because for us, it's not temporary, it's not a trend, it's a long-term change in how we eat as humans.